that's a very good question. Where do most organizations struggle as they move to understanding CMMC to actually implementing it? First off, one of the things I'm myself, I am I'm in fact I'm the first international lead assessor and instructor in the CMMC ecosystem. And so one of the things I have found, and I help organizations get prepared for an assessment, and I equally participate in assessments of different companies. So I can't help Acme Corporation get ready for an assessment and also assess Acme Corporation. That's unethical, and we don't allow that in our profession. So what I notice in helping companies get ready to be assessed is in the concept of institutionalizing the practice. So we've got 110 security control practices that you have to demonstrate that you are cognizant of, you're aware of, and that you've implemented. So this means a change in behavior of the people in the organization. We have to be much more security aware. So that is one of the areas where getting everybody in the organization to adopt the new way of life, the new way of thinking, the new way of acting and performing and behaving. The second area that a lot of organizations struggle in is that of documentation. So some organizations have gone through the process of achieving their ISO 27001 certification or achieving their SOC 2 Type 2 certification. Those are different certifications and they have different requirements. The CMMC requirements tell companies that they have to adopt the NIST 800-171 Rev 2 currently. It'll eventually be Rev 3, but those companies have to adopt the security control practices that are detailed in the NIST security frameworks. And a lot of that is policy, requires policy documents that state what we're going to achieve to meet that security requirement. And then the procedures that basically state how we're going to accomplish that. And so a lot of companies will put something together very quickly, 1 or 2 pages, and think that that's going to be adequate and sufficient to demonstrate to an assessor that they have properly documented what they're going to do, how they're going to do it. So they fail on the documentation side. And then, if we go back to the first thing about institutionalizing behavior, security conscious behavior, organizations fail to ensure that their people understand what their policies and procedures are. So there's a very simple phrase that I use to really encapsulate this. Are you walking the talk? The talk is the documentation. The walk is, are you doing what you've said you're going to do in the documentation? Those two things have to coalesce together. So if I ask the network administrator, what policy document do you refer to ensure that you're implementing the proper security? If that network administrator doesn't know what policy document they're supposed to be following or what procedure document they're supposed to apply to their environment, we have a problem because you are not demonstrating that you've institutionalized this security posture as a way of life. You're not walking the talk. So you need to have the documentation, and your people need to know what that documentation says they need to do in order to demonstrate to an assessor that they are implementing the proper security requirements and that those security requirements are effective.